Afternoon all, here we go again. We're on day 6 of 2019 US Open. Decent day yesterday. Let's have a look at the results before we look at today's. Domino Nishikori, expected a bit more from Nishikori in that one. Hardcourt results did favour Domino, so went with the stats for that one. He goes through in 4 sets. Federer finally managed a straight sets win. Thought Karina Buster might get something out of the Goffin encounter. He didn't, although 3 very close sets. Wawrinka straight sets, surprisingly close against Lorenzi. Couple of tie breaks there. Dimitrov, I thought would have a few more problems with Marjarak. But he seems to have just lifted his game a little bit for this, well, certainly for this week. Whether he can keep going, we will see. Doing straight sets. And Kopfer through against Basilashvili. That was a little bit of a surprise for me. I was favouring Basilashvili to take it. Never really recovered from being 2 sets down. Nicked the 3rd, got battered in the 4th. On to the women. Jabeur continued her good week. Did take a set from Pliskova, who made hard work of a match again. She did in the first round. She scrapes through 6-4 in the 3rd. Not impressive from her so far this week. Sevastova has been struggling this week because she was defending semi-final points. I thought she would just lift a game just a tad. She didn't. Martic goes through in straight sets. Barty reasonably comfortable against Sakari. Close-ish sets. Williams also comfortable. She was broken once when she was already a breakup in the 2nd set. Other than that, one-way traffic. Conte, good effort from her through very easily in 2 sets. And the match from the blog yesterday, Ferro took a 3-0 lead at the start of that one. Wang came back to win in straight sets. Quick look at the later matches. Despite concerns about Medvedev and his cramping in the previous round, he got past Lopez. 4 close sets there. Caught a bit of flack from the crowd, having been a little bit rude and aggressive towards Ball Boy. That's the guaranteed way to get the crowd on your back. I did have a go at them in the interview after the match, got saying that their negative energy was giving him energy and he was going to keep winning because of them. Whatever. Djokovic, expected really. He's got a bit of a shoulder issue, but didn't seem to trouble him in that one at straight sets. Keys continued with strong form. Kenin a little bit below her best, but Keys goes through in straight sets. 2 close ones there. And Svitolina had no problem whatsoever, just dropped the 2 games to Yastremska. Let's have a look at today's. Here we go, we've got some tight matches today. Obviously not the first one. Chung against Nadal. Nadal's won both the previous matches. That's at 1.05. We can obviously try a lay on that one. I don't know, take liability at 1.1. Don't expect Chung to get the price much higher than that. It'll be straight sets. Then it gets trickier. Andujar against Bublik. First time they've played. Overall results better for Andujar. Hardcourt results favour Bublik. Okay, so nothing much there. Bublik's played 5 sets in both his previous matches. He came into this tournament in pretty poor form. Andujar's got a terrible record on hardcourts generally. This is the first time that he's made it to the 3rd round of the US Open. I've said earlier in the week that the courts are maybe giving him a little bit more of a chance than he would normally have. Stats for the tournament, pretty close but favour Andujar. Bublik, as I said, has played 5 sets in each round. He's playing a really risky game. I think he's trying to be aggressive, perhaps frustrated at the slowness of the courts, and he's pushing a little bit more. He's hit a lot of double faults in the last round, 26 double faults in 5 sets, did hit 48 aces. 19 double faults in the first round with 21 aces. In the last round against Lopez, he did hit a lot more winners than unforced errors. But it sounds like he's going for the lines to try and make up for the fact that he's not getting the speed off the court. It's risky, may well work for him. I think this one can go either way. The value is on Bublik, but having played 2 5-set matches, Anjahar's going to be the fresher player. And I give him the edge, which I can't believe I'm favouring Anjahar to get to the 4th round of the US Open. So I'm looking to back Anjahar around about 2.1 and lay the set 1 winner. Isner Cilic, not surprisingly, I'm expecting close sets. Tie breaks almost guaranteed. Cilic leads 8-3. Most recent was November last year on an indoor court. Cilic in 3. Isner won their last hard court match, but that was the only one out of the 5 that they've played that he won. Good chance of tie breaks. Isner's got the better tie break record. I'm giving, let's have a look. Return stats I think could be the important factor today. Stats for the tournament favour Cilic in that one. I'm giving him the slight edge to win this, but really tough to decide. Lay the set 1 winner. Isner's got, Cilic has got the better return stats. Isner's got the better tiebreak results for the last 12 months, not just for this tournament. 4 or 5 sets, I really don't see it being over in 3. Tough one to pick. Zverev has struggled in both his matches, played 5 sets. Bedene came through in 5 sets against Pair in the last round. Pair was up in the 5th set. Bedene did well to fight back. Results favour Zverev. I think the hard court results are much more even, but still favours Zverev. I think he's going to come through. He's not, again, he's going to struggle. Bedene's serving reasonably well. Stats for the tournament are close, but also favour Zverev. So he's got a slight edge in all the categories of the stats, etc. 1.25 is too low. We can try laying him around about 1.2, take some liability out at 1.5. But mainly I'm looking to back him if he loses the first set. Berrettini, Paparin, another tricky one. First time they've played. Berrettini has had a couple of decent wins this week. Just thrown me that I've written Barrere in the notes. Really should read things before I send them out. Stats for the tournament favour Berrettini on serve and pop on return. Berrettini's really raised his level this week, and I think he's going to take it. Back him if he loses the first set. You could also back him if he gets broken early, to be honest. I'll just correct that one before I go any further. There's me trying to find it later. Schwartzman against Sandgren. Been going against Sandgren for so long. First time they've played. Overall results favour Schwartzman. Hardcore results are also better. He's not lost a set so far. Sandgren beat Tsonga in the first round. 5 sets in that one. 4 sets against Pospisil in the last match. I expected him to lose both those matches. That's with tournament favour Schwartzman on everything except service holds. It's really Sandgren's serve that's keeping him in it. He's facing a better returner today in Schwartzman. I'm favouring him to win, and I'm looking for 1.75 or better. Rublev Kyrgios. Kyrgios won their only previous match. Overall results pretty even in the last 12 months, and also this season. Kyrgios has the edge on hard courts. Rublev beat Tsitsipas in 4 sets in the first round. Simon retired in the second round, having lost the first set. I was going to say is maybe going to be the fresher. Kyrgios hasn't lost a set so far, so there's no difference in energy levels that's significant. No drama from Kyrgios so far, really. Looks very focused. If that continues today, he's definitely going to take it. I'm thinking 4 or 5 sets. I'm favouring Kyrgios anyway, and I want 1.9. That may be a little bit greedy, but fingers crossed we get that. And Monfils Shapovalov is going to be another close one. First time they've played. Don't know all these players have been playing, but they've not played each other. Overall results favour Monfils. Hardcore results pretty even. Both players have got here without losing a set. Shapovalov has been a little bit better on serve this week. Monfils has been better on return. Again, I'm expecting 4 or 5 sets. Slight advantage to Monfils, and I'm looking to back him around about 2.2. And as I keep saying, if it's going to be a long match and a 5-setter, play the set 1 winner. On to the ladies. Bigger. Mertens Petkovic. Mertens has won their only previous match. That was on grass in June this year, straight sets. Win percentages in the last 12 months and also this season are quite even, but do favour Mertens. Hardcourt results also favour her, and her lead on hardcourts in 2019 is bigger. She's not been broken this week, I think, is a significant piece of information. Petkovic also hasn't lost a set. She beat Kvitova in the last round. Did expect her to beat Buzanescu in the first round. Obviously didn't expect her to beat Kvitova. Kvitova wasn't at her best. That's for the tournament do favour Mertens. You could argue Petkovic has faced tougher opponents, but as I say, Kvitova well below her best level. Petkovic has played well. She's lifted a game, definitely. She's going to be competitive today. Decent chance of 3 sets. Back Mertens if she gets broken or loses the first set. Townsend Castella. The hell is Castella doing in the 3rd round? First meeting. Stronger results for Townsend in the last 12 months and this season. ROI is also a lot higher for her. Hardcourt results are also much stronger, so understandably favourite. Let's have a look. She's gone through the qualifying round. She's played 3 sets in both main draw matches, including beating Halep in the last round in a 3rd set tiebreak. I did say before that match I didn't think Halep was 100%, but that's still a very decent performance from her. Hopefully she doesn't suffer a letdown. Often if players beat a top opponent, they're a little bit flat in the next game. They've had a little bit more media attention, etc. It just disrupts the preparation a little bit. Hopefully she's still focused for this one. She's had a day's rest to get her head sorted. Castella, I didn't think she should have been favourite in the last round against Bolsova. She started well, broke first. Bolsova came back and took the first set, but after that it was reasonably close, but Castella came through in 3. Got to go with Townsend here, and I'm looking to back around about 1.9. Wozniacki Andreescu. Andreescu's won their only previous match. That was January this year on a hardcourt 2 sets. She's got the better results in the last 12 months and also 2019. Hardcourt results are also stronger for her. Obviously Wozniacki's had injury and illness issues. Let's have a look. Wozniacki's lost the first set in both her matches. She didn't look that impressive against... Well, she didn't look impressive, obviously, in the first set in either one. She didn't really... Start again. She had a 5-1 lead. Oh, it's hard. Words are hard. She had a 5-1 lead in the second set against Collins and looked like she was going to blow it, but just caught herself before she did. Not overly impressive in that one. I'm going with Andreescu to win. I think it's going to be 3 sets, and I'm looking for 1.9 on Canadian. And against Ostapenko. Anna's won their only previous match. That was April this year on clay, 3 sets. Overall results favour her, although her best results have been in ITF tournaments, obviously against weaker opponents. She's been underdog in both her matches this week because Kuznetsova and Kalinskaya were both poor. Not to take anything away from Anne, you can only beat the player that's on the opposite side of the net, etc., etc. But she really, if either of those opponents had been nearer to their best, she wouldn't still be in the tournament. How is Ostapenko still in the tournament? She hasn't lost a set. That's so many amazing stats from her this week. How is she still here? She hit 17 double faults in the last match against Risk. She was underdog in that one. Thankfully for her, the return game is a lot better than the serving side of her game. Stats for the tournament do favour Anne on serve, shocker, but favour Ostapenko on return. I think Risk had a lot of chances, obviously, with all those poor, weak second serves and the double faults. I think Anne will take a few more of the chances if she gets as many as Risk did. Chance of 3 sets in this one. I don't know how. Risk was poor, to be fair. She probably couldn't believe, like the rest of us, that she didn't break in that first game, especially with 7 or 8 double faults. I say a good chance of 3 sets. Reluctant to go for Ostapenko, but I think she's going to take it. Certainly won't be backing her at 1.64. It needs to be at least 1.9 before I get involved in that one. Could be entertaining if nothing else. Goegas, Burton's leads 2-1. Most recent July 2018 on grass. Goegas in 3. Both Burton's wins were on clay. So first hardcourt meeting for him. Overall results better for Burton's. Hardcourt results are quite even. Goegas struggled in the first round, but she was more solid in the second round. Burton's hasn't lost a set, but was a breakdown in both sets against Pavlyuchenkova in the last round. That's for the tournament pretty even. Both have served well. Burton's leads on service games held 90% to 86. Not too much difference. Very good chance of 3 sets. Back Burton's around 1.9. Or you could, based on the last match, wait for her to get broken before backing her. And it's worth laying the set 1 winner. Putintseva, Vekic 3-0. Last meeting was on grass last year, 2 sets. She's also won on clay and on a hard court, also in 2 sets. Overall results favour her. Hardcourt results are also a little better. Neither player has lost a set so far. Stats for the tournament favour Vekic on serve, but favour Putintseva on return. Putintseva, both her opponents this week were below par. I mean, she had an MTO, medical timeout, against Sabalenka when she was a breakdown in the second set. She was a breakdown in both sets in that match. Sabalenka was poor, so there's no getting away from that. I think this is going to go to 3 sets. With the head-to-head and the stats, I've got to favour Vekic for it. Back her if she gets broken, or if Putintseva does take the first set. Osaka against Korikov. First time they played. Overall results better for Osaka. A little better for Osaka. Obviously she's played more matches. She's got better hardcourt results. Goff's first serve was excellent in the first round, but her second serve was absolutely awful. She won 7 of the 26 points on it and hit 11 double faults in that first round match. She improved it in the second round. She was broken 5 times in that first round. Second round against Babos, second serve was better. He only hit 7 double faults in that one. Broken just twice in 3 sets, so definite improvement from the first round. Osaka needed 3 sets in the first round against Plinkova. Bit of a surprise, although it's not uncommon for players that are expecting to go deep into a tournament to wobble a little bit in the first. they tend to be looking forward to latter rounds and not really concentrating at the start of the first round match. There's a chance in this one that Gove does take a set. I think there's been a lot of hype around her, and completely understand why. She had a great run at Wimbledon, obviously beat Venus. She's only 15. It's got to be hard to deal with all the attention that she must have had since then. She's got an amazing future, potentially. She's got a little bit of work to do, and I think Osaka, defending champion, she's been there before, she's seen it. Not a huge amount of experience at the very top of the game herself, but she should have enough today. Let's hope she gets broken early so we can get a decent price on Osaka. That just leaves Kontovic Bencic, another tough one to assess. First meeting, overall results slightly favour Bencic. Hardcourt results are also a little better. Stats for the tournament favour her. Favour her on serve and Kontovic on return. They're very closely matched, really, especially the way they've both played this week. Good chance of 3 sets. Got to give Bencic a slight edge to win it. Play Kontovic if she breaks first, and lay the set 1 winner. I think that'll do for today, and I will see you in the morning.